Bro, I hate rappers.
And welcome to I Hate Rappers. I'm your host, Greggy Westside. Today I got
Lhost.
How do you spell it?
Lhost.
So
Yeah.
it's not Lost. It's not Lhost.
Yeah, Lhost.
Lhost.
You know? But so I just wanted to thank you again for inviting me out today, man. I really love the platform and what you got going on. Honestly, you and Zach really giving that you know what I'm saying? Especially, I mean, for the message that y'all giving. Because at first you read the thing on Instagram and be like, I hate rappers.
Yeah, because I fucking hate rappers.
You know, yeah. But then when you take the time and you really like scroll down the videos and look at what y'all doing, you know, it's not that, you know, y'all hate rappers, even though y'all do hate rappers. But it's more so the more intricate side of what makes an artist. And what it means to really care for the you know what I'm saying, the media, the music, and have that passion and drive that really is lacking in a lot of artists.
Yeah, no, I mean, one thing that really separates somebody as being a rapper or being an artist is just caring about what they're doing and trying to be a professional in their field versus just having it be a hobby. And that's one thing that really kind of stands out to me because this is my full-time job. Don't have another job. And this is what I have to deal with. I have to deal with people who just treat this as a hobby and they act like they're treating it professionally. And it's not true. It's very irritating. Hate dealing with that shit. So there we go with I Hate Rappers, you know? And then who better to be my co-host but radio DJ, you know? Again. Or radio and club DJ. So he really hates rappers coming up. Hey, yo, play my shit. No, your shit sucks.
Man, shout out to all the DJs out there that be holding down. Hey, holding down, not going crazy over it. I know it gets irritating. Sometimes, but honestly though, there are some, like, a lot of cases where artists be like, hey, put me on. They just going about it the wrong way. Delivery is everything, you know, because, you know, instead of asking somebody to, hey, man, can you just put me on real quick? You know, hey, can you do this?
That's basically asking for a handout. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's a lot of people that are out here that are shameless as hell that be doing that shit. Yeah. Like, there's people that'll just like be like, hit your cash app with a request twice a week. For like $5 or some shit like that. You know,
he said $5. Ooh.
I don't know.
Oh wait,
you know what I'm saying, bro? It's
I get
just
it,
like people, like, bro. That's cool that you know you're shameless, but you should be putting that shameless not on. Put me on. Give me $5. Like, spin my shit on the radio. Be like, hey, how would I go about getting my shit on the radio? How would I go about getting on a show? How, like, what do you think is the best thing to do for ads or promotion or this or that? You know, I feel like that's kind of a better topic to speak on than yo, spin my shit real quick, bro.
Honestly, like knowledge, like learn what's going on around you. Learn about your city. Learn about the platform that you're talking to, that you're asking for the handout. Learn about, you know what I'm saying, what it takes to, you know, to make it to certain statuses. You know what I'm saying? So all it takes is a different, you know, that guy in the room, that one guy in the room, you know, that you just did not network with, that could have changed your life.
Yeah,
or just your life.
Or you guys could just be bros.
Yeah, or bros
and kicking it and start working on stuff.
Yeah,
you know, like,
much better. That would have been like way better. You know,
you
what I'm
gotta
saying?
Take your opportunities.
Yeah, organic relationships. You know, because again, like it is always about the money, but it's also about the people that, you know, that you're building with. Because if you don't have a solid foundation, no matter what you're building, is always gonna crumble. You know. And so that's why I'm grateful for the opportunities I was given. I was just recently able to perform for Andrew Lloyd and Dre Day. Shout out to them, you know. And when I tell you, it was such a humbling and amazing experience, man. So many talented artists came out, dog, like real shit. So many talented artists came out, and you know, to sit down and have those conversations with them. I didn't get to talk as much as I wanted to. Man, because, you know, he was making it happen, but
yeah, you get busy running around doing everything.
For real, you know. Hey, big brick. but on a real note though, like to hear and understand a little bit more about what's going on in the city and know who's like really like moving pieces and trying to put people on. Not even trying to put people on, they have put people on, you know. And they're trying to change like lives majorly. You know, he was what really caught me was, you know, when we was in there, Dre was like, "Hey man, I ain't trying to put 6 figures in somebody's pocket. I'm trying to put 7." And I'm like, "So y'all, y'all doing it like, y'all trying to put 7? That's some major stuff, And not only it's one thing to have that statement and to make that statement, and then it's another thing to back up and follow that statement with the actions that they did. They been in contact with major labels. They've been performing for big platforms and big stages. They just Andrew Lloyd, shout out to Andrew Lloyd and his birthday. Happy birthday, bro. They just had his birthday celebration that had big Endo and a lot of the talent that's going on in Cleveland. And he hand selected all of the great people. Man, shout out to all those artists as well. But it was like, wow, and it's eye opening, to see that this is really going on. It's really going on. So, I don't know. It was like, when I say humbling, man, it was like, yeah, okay, let's start from zero.
So he said that he's not trying to put 6 figures in someone's pocket. He's trying to put 7 in.
Yeah, he's trying to put 7.
What do you think somebody has to do to get into position for somebody to want to put 7 figures in somebody's pocket? As an artist, what do you think that artist has to do?
Honestly, everything that they was looking for that night, or well, no,
what were they looking
for?
Well,
in general,
yeah.
I believe a person has to, first of all, take this like not too serious, because you don't want to overwork what's really going on. You can overwork and outplay yourself, and not do that, because it goes back to what I was saying earlier about organic relationships, right? If you're sitting here just thinking about, oh yeah, I just need to talk to him, instead of like trying to figure out like who this person is, what they got going on, what have they invested in, okay, well, what can I do to help that? What can I contribute to what they got going on? And most of all, is this person, well, this is my personal peeve. What is their personal morals? What's this person's personal morals? Because honestly, if a person morally isn't trying to do the right things, I mean, I ain't gonna, I'll network with a person all day, but if somebody's heart is not on the right end, and then it is what it is. I ran to a couple of situations where a person's heart wasn't in the right place, and they was guiding a bunch of people. They was guiding these artists, but it wasn't going to lead to anything that would have benefited anybody except for him, and so. I don't know. I had to step away. I had to back out of that. And God worked in mysterious ways, because that's when I was given that's when I seen the message from Andrew Lloyd, and I was invited to my first performance with him, and from there it just went up.
Your only performances with him, or
yeah. Okay. So far my only performances has been with Dre and Drew, but
how long you been performing for with them?
About like 3 months. Last year definitely. Yeah, last year, more solid answer.
So how long you been releasing music for and recording?
I've been releasing music since 2020.
Okay.
It was kind of weird. My boy Neil, man, I was so scared to get into the studio, especially not knowing like what I even sound like, what I'm trying to sound like, because I was telling you, like I was more of a writer. And that's all I did. I just wrote music. I have like plethora. I have journals on journals of just written music, but they just never touch the laptop, or be converted over to audio, because I just don't. At that time, I didn't know who I was as an artist, But now of course now I know. But yeah, it's definitely kind of different now. What Neil did, right? He gave me my first studio session, and I went in there, and I remember like this. I went in there and I hit a bunch of terrible notes, right? That I felt was terrible, but it was my best. That was the best that I could do at that time. And when I tell you, he took that project, he took it back to where we was, man, and it just popped. It popped. We was in Washington State at the time, and it popped, man. All his friends, everybody, you know, it felt right. So I don't know, it was kind of different. It gave me the confidence to pretty much go forward with this.
So the confidence to go forward with it. You're making music starting in 2020.
Yeah.
It takes until 2023 for you to have your first performance.
Yeah.
Why'd it take so long?
I was in the military. I was.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in the armed services.
Oh, so then you're also in Washington because of that, I assume?
Yeah. I was. Yeah. So, I was doing deployment and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how was it trying to record and get music, I guess, recorded and released while you were in the military? Because I know, like, boot camp, you can't do shit.
Oh, hell
and
no.
then after that, you have a little bit more freedom. But obviously, you're probably not recording at a professional studio while you're, you know, doing.
Oh wow! I've been
while you're deployed.
Yeah, right. So I was in the Navy, and so that all that really had to do was boats, middle of the ocean. Ain't no, you had some ingenuity, some people with some ingenuity on them, you know.
Yeah, man. NCS was my favorite show, so you already know, man.
Hey.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, man, but like,
I know
for real,
what boats you were on. You know
man,
what I mean?
for real. And so, like, you know, it was kind of difficult trying to, because I made my previous album Midnight's Eve, and I love how it came out, especially with how I had going on, how I had everything going on. But right now, as I speak and I look back at it, I'm like, man, that wasn't my best work. It couldn't be. You know, I feel like I rushed it because I was on a clock. You know, I'm waiting. I gotta go back to the boat. I might be going back out in the middle of the ocean, right? So I'm trying to push these songs out, pushing this song out, all of this, so I can put it all on the track. And it just did not come out how I wanted it to, looking back on it. And that's just me now, right?
So what are you doing to make sure that doesn't happen again? What's like? Give me like 2 or 3 actual steps that you've taken or are taking.
Well, the first thing I did was back up and because after every album, you know, it's that cool down, or not every album. I only got like, you know, 2 projects, but after every project though, I do a little cool down where I try to review myself, like what I got going on, how did the audience react to this song, what songs did they really like, and then I go from there. Like from my first project, Broken Mike, people really fell in love with Kilo. The song Broken Mike that's on there, the song East Flow Intro, they fell in love with those, and those was more mellow tone, more, you know, down to earth, more straight to you, direct songs. And so I look back at Midnight's Eve, my second project, I didn't really have that. I didn't have no direct songs that really like go straight to the audience. And so I had a couple, Follow the Rules and everything, but it just didn't touch people the way how I wanted it to. And it didn't come. I didn't feel like, remember when I was telling you earlier about, you know, portraying my inner vision. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I didn't portray my vision correctly inside that, but it's okay though. It's all right though, you know, because being 2023, after I got out the military, it's God works in mysterious ways, man. I'm trying to tell you, because it's as if everything pretty much came to me. I was given the opportunity by Drew. I'm here with you, of course, and I was given the opportunity to write for 6 Lakh. It been very interesting. It's been very interesting, you know.
So let's touch on the writing for 6 Lakh before we get out of here. So you're writing for somebody who people mispronounce his name all the time. Your name probably is gonna get mispronounced like crazy.
Crazy.
Lhost.
Yeah.
Like that's I don't know. Like I know somebody's gonna fuck that one up. Lhost.
They always
now come to the stage. Lost,
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Baby.
So writing for Black 6 Lakh.
Yeah.
What was that process like, writing for another artist? What was kind of the intention? I know that you said it was around the time when East Atlanta Love Letter had just come out, or or somewhere around that kind of era of his career.
Yeah.
And obviously it's taken 5 years for him to get another album out. So there's a lot of time in between of what he's been trying to work on and where he's at. So what was the process like of what you were writing about for him?
Yeah, so at that time, I was heading towards, me and my wife, we was heading towards Washington to pretty much do a transition to the military. I was, doing that. And it was a 36-hour drive, so I had no equipment on me. It was just straight moving. And I get a text from my boy, and he was like, "Hey, man, this is an opportunity, man. This is an opportunity, to, write for Lex." So I'm like, what? Or why me? He, it warmed my heart. He was like, well, I feel like the way how you think and how you write, that this would be a good fit. And so, it definitely helped me as an artist, because I expanded, my mind, and it kind of enforced the idea that you should study like as if it was school. Same way how you study when you in college and all that. Yeah, man, you study artists, study what's going on, study these platforms, study what a person got going on, make those organic connections and relationships and everything. So with that being said, right, I just went back to his previous work, East Atlanta Love Letter, to be exact, because that at that time was his most recent project. And I, of course, listened to front and back, and then I tried to take away from that how was he portraying himself? What was his messages most of all was inside his songs. And how did he go about it? I'm not a rapper though, so I couldn't really write the rap. However, I did though. I still did, and I did a great job at it. And after that, I recorded it. I sent it off to. Oh shit, that's gonna be cut out.
No, I'll believe it or whatever.
Are you yeah. I sent. Thank you.
It's just a letter.
Yeah,
It's just a letter. I don't even really need to beep it. Let's be honest. It's just a letter.
Yeah. I sent off.
You gonna say I sent it off to? They're gonna be like, oh, I know who he's talking about anyway.
No.
You'll be good, bro. Don't worry.
I appreciate you. Yeah, I sent it off to him. Yeah, I sent it off to him, and we always keep in connection about everything. But we both was kind of like, what's going on? Just like the other week, I heard Neo with the track. Last week
With the beat.
with the beat, and I'm like, dang. But nonetheless, though, it just having the opportunity in the first place, just having that opportunity in the first place. I thank God for who's in my life and everybody that I have. So I appreciate these opportunities. So
That's an artist thing to say, man. So, we gotta get going though. So thank you for coming on. How can they find you?
yeah, so I'm Lhost, coming out soon. You can always follow me on IG or on all my social medias. It's gonna be Lhost, Lhost, on all social medias.
Not Lost, not Lhost, Lhost, but you spell it Lhost.
Yeah.
All right. So I hate rappers.
I love artists.
See you guys.
Yeah.